Hey all, welcome back to Fire and Water Cooking. I am Darren, of course, and today I'm going to do something really different. I know I've never done this before. We're going to make duck pastrami from some duck breasts that I bought from Wild Fork. Yes, it's another part of my Wild Fork purchase videos, guys, but I've always wanted to make this. I've had it before, pre-made, but I'm going to make my own duck pastrami from duck breast. I'll be right back.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from fire and water.
Alright guys, so first of all, one of the things you have to do if you're going to make any kind of pastrami is you're going to have to cure whatever meat you're using. Of course, we're using duck breast today. Like I said, it's duck pastrami. That's what you use, duck breast. We're going to leave all the fat on here. I got these, like I said, these are from Wild Fork, of course, and they're about 7 ounces or so a piece. So they're a little, not quite a half a pound, maybe like a third of a pound or so. But what we're going to do is we're going to use a curing salt, of course. We're going to make a mixture of regular salt and pink curing salt. And we're just going to let these cure in our refrigerator for about 7 days or so. So first thing I got to do is get these out of the package. Like I said, this is a Culver duck from Wild Fork. I'm not going to do anything to this at all except for put the curing salts on. So I'm going to go ahead, take these out of the pack, then we'll measure out our curing salts. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so you can cure these any way you want. You can use a wet brine or a dry brine. I prefer to use a dry brine, which just means we're not going to put the salts in a water bath and then have them soak in water. We're just going to actually cover the duck breasts with the dry brine, just the dry ingredients, stick them in a vacuum bag, vacuum seal them, and put them in the refrigerator. So I got these all ready, just laid them out. Like I said, 4 good sized duck breasts here. They're not huge, they're boneless, so I don't have to worry about the curing salts penetrating a bone or anything like that. So we're going to be able to get these cured up probably within five days or so. So I might be able to take these out a little earlier than if I were curing something else. So I got my scale here, and usually I use a calculator that's online, and I'll post it in a link below. It's an equilibrium cure calculator, and you can either do a dry brine or a wet brine, or a dry cure or a wet cure. Like I said, I'm doing the dry cure, and the only difference is it'll give you the calculations with either with water or without water for the dry ingredients. So I did that already. So it's going to be about 2.2 grams of curing salt here, and it actually doesn't look pink, but this is actually the curing salt that I'm using. I bought it in bulk. So I got my scales zeroed out in grams, and we're going to do 2.2 grams of pink curing salt here, curing salt. This doesn't happen to be pink. I just went just a little over, so I'm going to get that off. Alright, that's enough of my curing salt, and then I'm just going to zero this out again, and then we're going to do 22 grams of regular salt, and there we go. And that's it. We're just going to stir this up, guys, and then put it on the duck, and then we're going to package it up. Really simple. I might have to do another batch. You don't really have to do a whole ton. Just want to do a nice even coat on here. You can use your hands if you want, but you really don't want to be touching the curing salt too much. So if you're going to use your hands to kind of rub this in, you might want to wear some gloves. Alright guys, so you just put a nice even coat on both sides of the meat. You don't really need to super saturate it. Once you put it in the vacuum bag and it sits overnight, it's going to all mushed together, and it's going to spread out pretty evenly throughout the meat. And really, guys, that's it. This is going to sit in my refrigerator for 5 days. Then we're going to take it out, see how we did. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the vacuum sealer bag, get them vacuum sealed up, and I'll see you guys in 5 days. All right, guys, it's been 6 days here for our duck breast. Got them all cured up now. Looking a little bit pink here. Can't really tell from the fat side here, the skin side, but they are cured. So what I'm going to do is get these out of the bag real quick. Going to wash them up, and then we're going to put them on this pan. We're going to stick them in the smoker. I've got a couple briskets cooking in the KBQ right now, so we're going to go ahead and smoke these at the same time while we're finishing up those briskets. So should be really good. So let me get these out. I'm going to wash off that cure, put some pastrami rub on. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I got them out of the bag. We went ahead and washed all that cure off of there. You just want to get them curing salts off of there for sure, because they don't need to be on there anymore, and that stuff is semi-toxic if you have a lot of it, so there's you really need to wash that off. So I'm going to take some pastrami rub that I have left over from doing a regular beef pastrami, and I'm just going to lightly coat this on both sides with this pastrami rub. And I'm not putting any kind of slather on, guys. I'm just using the moisture that is left over from washing off the cure. A nice coat on both sides. The good thing is I have just enough pastrami rub here left over from that last cook that's going to be able to cover these quite well. I'll put a link below to the pastrami rub recipe. It's off of Amazing Ribs. My buddy Meathead over there. Try not to shake this off too much. I want to keep as much of that seasoning on as possible. I'm going to do the fat side. I'm not scoring the fat at all because we're smoking this. It's going to render some of that and shrink it up. Just get a nice good coating on there, guys. You want to be able to taste this rub on just about every bite. All right. I think that's about it, guys. All right, I'm going to put it over in the smoker. I'll see you over there. Like I said, guys, I already had this smoker going. Got some briskets in there, so I'm going to go ahead and throw my duck breasts in right for about an hour and a half or 2 hours, right up till it gets about 180 degrees internal, and we should be able to take them out. Well, check this out, guys. I just pulled these duck breasts out. I think I told you I'm actually filming a brisket video too, because I got the briskets going in my barbecue as well. So look at these duck breasts, guys. Whoa. I told you I was going to pull them at like 180, and they're right. This one's at 183. This one's a little bit less than that, like right at 180, 180, 183. I think we're going to be okay at this temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and let these cool down a little bit. Then we're going to slice into it. Have a taste. Alright, guys, so it's cooled down some here. Check it out. Look at that. You can tell it's got some nice smoke to it. I'm going to go ahead and cut one of these right directly in half, so you can see how it turned out there. Look at that. Definitely cooked all the way through. Got that pinkish hue to it from the curing smoke, or the curing salt. When this cools off, and I'm actually going to refrigerate it, it's actually going to get even more pink. Check that out, guys. Nice and fatty. Still pretty warm. Oh, melts in your mouth. Wow. You can taste the salt from the cure. Taste the pastrami rub. Holy cow, this is awesome. You guys got to try this. Super easy to do. That duck breast from Wild Fork is actually really affordable and really high quality. Wow, that is so good. Man, it's super rich, super, you can taste that duck fat. You can taste the curing salt for sure. The pastrami rub, it's got the pepper and the mustard and onion and garlic and all that in it. Super awesome. Wow. Check this out, guys. Check out the duck breast from Wild Fork. Make yourself some duck breast pastrami. You're not going to be sorry. This is great stuff. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Check out Fire and Water Cooking Edible Creations down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.